Hello there, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Nirav, and in this session I'll be doing Elliott wave analysis, and I'll be looking at possible long-term wave counts and possible long-term targets. Before moving any further, I'd like to make the announcement that I'll be starting my 1-year training batch from June 2017 onwards. The batch will include access to a private group for complete 1 year, in which I will share detailed in-depth video analysis as well as chart updates. And I will also be giving one-to-one interactive video conferencing classes to the students of this course for at least 5 to 10 hours, in which I'll discuss all the details of Elliott waves and other important things that I consider during my personal trading. So this would be a 1-year commitment from my end. I'm looking for basically serious students who like to learn how I use Elliott waves and how to use them in their own trading. There will also be other perks associated with this batch, that is all the students will get access to whatever video course or any informative product that I launch further in the future at heavily discounted prices, etc, etc. So basically I'm starting this batch, or the main idea behind starting this batch is that I can share all that I know with a particular set of students, and that will also get me involved in more discussions and also let me learn more. That is, I have learned with these YouTube videos that the more I share with the audience, the more I get to learn myself. That is, when I started the channel, I was sharing really basic stuff, but the more I shared, the more I get motivated to learn more and then share more. So that's the same idea going on with this course as well. For further details regarding the course, please contact me via Skype or just email me directly. I will also be leaving a link in the description of what all is included in this training course. And also, if you would like to see my track record and all that before thinking of enrolling, then you can just go to my website 50eyes.com and click on this link, forecast accuracy, and here you will find that I have summarized all the forecasts along with the proof or the videos and articles, and you can see the accuracy was over 80%. So let's get started with the video. Right now on screen I have the weekly chart of Nifty, and before moving further with the discussion of this particular chart, I like to show you the forecast that I made on let's go to Indian markets, Nifty 50. So this is the forecast that I made on July 2016, and this is the first article in the series of Nifty articles that I published on my website. In this article I clearly stated that I was looking for targets 9600 and higher. So 9600 was our target 1, and if you see on the chart of Nifty, and you'll see that the target was achieved on this Friday. As you can see, it's clearly on the chart that 9600 was achieved. So basically this was the forecast I made around 10 or 11 months ago, and it has achieved the targets now. So we will be looking at further targets. So let's look at what the market is doing. Currently I have two hypotheses in which this market can play out. Hypothesis 1 is the one that is already labeled on this chart, and that is the one I'll be discussing first, and in the second part of this video or the later half of this video, I'll be discussing the hypothesis 2, which is a different count from the one on the screen. So as of now, the hypo 1 says that this is wave 1, this is wave 2. Basically the count is starting from this point in 2008. This is our point of reference. So hypo 1 said that this is wave 1, this is wave 2, and we are progressing in wave 3. Okay, so as per Elliott wave rules, wave 3 will have 5 waves of itself. I'll do just a rough discussion of the basics of Elliott wave because I don't know how many of you are familiar with the concept. So Elliott wave states that market moves in 5 waves, and waves 1, 3 and 5 are called impulsive waves, and all the impulsive waves have 5 waves of themselves. That is, this wave 3 will have 5 waves within it. Okay, and similarly this wave 5 will also have 5 waves inside of it. So that's what Elliott wave rules say. This is basically the fractal nature of waves. So currently we have completed the 2 as per this count over here, and we are progressing in this 3. So since 3 has 5 waves of itself within it, so these 5 waves are here, 1, 2, 3, and the circled 4th. So this would be our 1, this would be our 2, this would be our 3, and this would be our circled 4th, and this would be the 5th wave or the circled 5th, which is going on as of now as per this count. And also, since wave 5s are impulsive, as I just told you, so this wave 5, this circled wave 5, will again have 5 waves of itself within it. So from this point onwards, we should have 5 waves again in the upward direction, and that is what we will look at in this particular chart. So I'll shift to the lower time frame or the hourly chart for the same. Before moving that, let's look at our current position in this progression. So basically we are in the double bracketed 3 of circled 5th of 3. So we are in 3 of 5 of 3. So basically we have quite a bit of upside remaining. Now let's move to the hourly chart. So this is a place where our circled 4th got completed. After that we have 5 waves up and 3 waves down, completing the double bracketed 1 and the double bracketed 2, and we'll start our discussion now from this point onwards, which would be discussing the progression of the double bracketed 3. So in the double bracketed 3, as I just discussed, we should have 5 waves of itself. So this would is the circular 1, circle 1, circle 2, circle 3, and after that we will have circled 4 somewhere over here, and then circled 5 should go up, which would complete our double bracketed 3. And after that we should have wave 4 and then double bracketed 5, and then this would complete our 3 over there. So looking at this particular upward movement, this is quite an impulsive movement, and I was previously thinking that the 3rd wave might have completed over here, that is the double bracketed 5th was here and the circle 3 was over here, as this could have been counted as a 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I was of the view that possibly the double bracketed 5 was complete over here and circle 3rd was over there, but the market never penetrated below this lower black trend line, which was really important for the completion of this wave count. So as long as this market stays above this trend line, this 3 is still continuing. As soon as this market breaks below this trend line and then gives a retest, then we will know that we are in the 4th wave, or to be more precise, the circled 4th. So this is the basic price action indication that we will look for, that is the break of this trend line. Let's say the circle 3 completes over there, then we will look for the break of this trend line and a retest, and then we will say that the 4th wave is in progression. After the 4th wave is complete, or when it is in progression, we will again have one good opportunity to buy this market for the 5th leg up. And also please note that this is just the 3rd of one higher degree, that is double bracketed 3rd will get completed over somewhere there. After that we will again have a correction for the double bracketed 4, and then one leg again should come. The targets for those, or the rough targets for those, we will calculate in this discussion. So this is the rough overview that I wanted to give you guys, that some legs up are still remaining. Basically 2 legs are still remaining before the completion of this major wave 3. Let's look at basic targets for things as of now, or as of this count. Let me move to the daily chart for the same. So looking at this daily chart on the screen, we can calculate the possible target for the double bracketed 3, which will complete somewhere over there. I will use the Fibonacci trend based extension tool using this wave 1 and wave 2 to calculate the target for the 3. So starting from the starting point of wave 1 to the ending point of wave 1, and projecting it from the starting point of wave 3, we have the possible target for 3 coming around at target number 1 as 10,000 approximate targets I'm taking. So target number 1 for this wave 3 is coming at 10,000, and the target number 2 is at 11,390 somewhere, let's say 11,300. So these are the two targets for this completion of double bracketed wave 3. Of course they can be exceeded as well if the third in this progression is extended, but nevertheless they remain as our basic targets. This would be our T1 or target 1 as 10,000, T2 or target 2 as 11,300 approx. So these are the two basic targets as per Fibonacci levels. As always, we will use the exact Elliott wave counts when these waves are progressing to measure the exact or more precise targets for these projections. So that was all for this discussion on the hypothesis 1. Now I will look at the second hypothesis, that is a different view for this market. So basically the problem that I see with this current count that made me to look at this chart in a different perspective is that this circle wave 1 and circle wave 4 progression does not seem very precise with the Fibonacci targets that we are used to looking in wave progressions. Let me clarify that. So if you look at this wave 2, then the retracement is quite okay. It's coming around at 61.8, which is perfect. But if we look at the retracement of this wave 4, then you'll see that it is coming even lower than 50%, which is something I don't like seeing. Basically I don't like seeing it going below the 38.2 mark. Obviously there is no such rule stating that it is an incorrect count or something. So considering those reasons, I thought it would be better if I also look at an alternate scenario in this chart. Basically I think that 1 is perfect fit over there, but 2 can also be progressing as some kind of a running flat structure and hence completing over here. And if this is the possible case or the case that is playing out, then we will have this circled wave 1 coming over at here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 completes the circled wave 1, and this would be the circled wave 2. And if that is the case, then we are progressing in the circled wave 3. That should be followed by a circled wave 4 later on, and that should be followed by a circled wave 5, which would complete the actual 3. So in that case again we are in basically a form of third wave. Basically the thing is that the third is generally the most strongest wave in stock markets, indices and stocks themselves. So if this count is the one playing out, that is 1 over here, 2 over here, and the third wave is progressing, in which we are in the third of this third, and within this circled third again we will have 5 waves, and within those 5 waves we are actually in the third. So basically we are in the third of circled third of third. So that would be a very strong place to be in, and if that is the count that's playing out, then this rally would be extending itself and it would be doing so very fast, and the movement should be a long upside movement in a comparatively very small amount of time. So this was the second count that I wanted to look at. Basically the first hypo or hypo 1 was also pointing up, and this second hypo or hypo 2 is still again pointing upside. Not much difference in terms of direction, but if we look at the targets for this hypo 2, then this circle 3 should complete at the level of rough Fibonacci targets again. So this circle 3 should complete at the level coming around at 11,804, and the target 1 for the circle 3 would have been 9,266, which is already completed. Okay, so the next target is 11,800 for this circle 3, and that was the second hypothesis that I wanted to discuss. So that is all I wanted to discuss in this video. If you are interested in learning from me, then you can contact me for the 1-year training. If you are interested in learning on your own, or you are a self-learning kind of guy, then you can take the help of my video course on Elliott Waves, which can be purchased from my website. I have discussed all the patterns and trade setups and etc in the video course in details. And basically that's all I wanted to say, and see you in the next one. Thank you.